In today's video, Captain and I are going to try to survive spending the night in the middle of a lake at more than 6,000 feet of altitude with a dense fog on an inflatable watermelon. But can a man survive a night in an inflatable watermelon? Specifically this watermelon and specifically this man. And this dog, to find out, there is only a way. Try it. This is a watermelon owned by my wife which has not been used since November 2019, so before rowing in the lake with it, I had to test that did not have any puncture that would make us drastically shipwreck. So after inflating it and checking that I'm going to having to spend the night snuggling up because the watermelon is too small for me, I also inflated a couple of mattresses that I borrowed from my in-laws house to have a plan B and a plan C. Everything looked good for the blue mattress and also the doggies were delighted with him, but the gray mattress started the race behind because it already had 2 patches, which mean nothing more than a bad omen. Even so, I give it the opportunity. If I have learned anything in this life, is that you can judge a mattress by its patches. So we left the mattresses swollen to see if they were able to overnight in the lake, as well as the watermelon, which we needed to be completely ready for the challenge. The next morning we had the verdict, and surprisingly it was the gray mattress that passed the test, not the blue one. Fortunately, the watermelon also passed the test, so with watermelon and safety mattress, we had everything we needed to carry out the challenge. As I say, the challenge is about to spend the night in the middle of a lake sleeping on the inflatable watermelon. And the first lake that came to mind was Lake Arenal, a giant and beautiful lake and that I really wanted to go to, but I just found out that crocodiles have recently been seen on its shores, which is why this beautiful lake would suffer an immediate and dramatic ban for life. After a few more hours looking for another lake where it would be feasible to enter to spend the night, and especially after super verified that it did not have crocodiles, we decide on Don Manuel Lagoon, a lake located more than 6,000 feet above sea level, so that is a lake in which we will have a new challenge to overcome, the cold. It is already very cold here. Let me put on my sweater. It is barely 3 p.m. and it's already very cold. Just look at the fog there is, so I'm afraid tonight this is going to get very interesting. In addition to the cold, the rain also threatened to accompany us during the challenge. The place far exceeded our expectations. We were looking for a lake free of crocodiles in which to carry out the challenge, but this place is much more than that. After the last video we made collecting garbage, and with the mentality of recycling, reducing and reusing, we are going to use only things that we have found at home to be able to do this challenge. I don't have a paddle and I'm not going to buy one just for this, so instead this shovel, this small garden spade, is what I'm going to use as a paddle. Let's see if it works, because if one of these edges scratches the watermelon, I will die. We officially have the watermelon ready for the adventure. Fortunately, it holds 90 kilos because Captain weighs 10 and I weigh 82. If you do the math, we only go over 2 kilos. I think there is always a margin of error with these indications, so we are almost ready. Okay, the watermelon has these little hooks around it and this rope that will allow me to hook myself to the safety mattress and the hypothetical makeshift anchor. But the mattress has no hooks or anything to hook me to, so I just saw these straps that I had in the car and I think they are perfect to place them around the mattress and thus have a point of grip on it. There is something going on that we didn't anticipate, and that is, which I don't think you can see it on camera, but I'm very stuck. You can probably see here. We have to enter from the outside, which is dangerous because it is full of little sticks and branches that could puncture the boats. Things get complicated and this has only just begun.
Saltar y remar. Ya, es y hasta luego. ¡Desembarcamos!
I tie a knot here, I'm the worst at tying knots. I only know how to tie my shoes.
¡Oh, este güey inestable! ¡Ah, pero bien! Vale. Estamos en la sandía.
Now we can go wherever we want!
¡Sí! ¡Funciona! ¡Funciona!
What would it be to sleep here? Ooh, how small is this? Maybe curl up like that, right? The test was a complete success. However, our watermelon needed one last adjustment, an adjustment that came very close to ending with this video. I'm going to put up this tarp cover because Captain has pretty long nails and I don't want us to shipwreck in the middle of the night. Dang it!
What happened?
A fucking needle at the beginning of the rope. My gosh, we could have ruined the challenge with this nonsense. And then was time. After eating something for dinner and setting up the base camp for those who will stay on land, the moment of truth arrived. Well, it is practically 9 at night. I think it is about time to go deep on the lake. Señorita, don't get so comfortable because you have to help me to board. Come on. I was about to board in on the lake and I still had a concern, the anchor. I couldn't row to the center of the lake and pretend to magically stay there. I needed something to prevent the currents from taking me all over the lake and I decided to bet everything on the shovel, having no clue if that absurd idea it was even going to work. We'll be fine.
¿Listos? Hasta luego.
Well, I'm ready to sleep. Sergio and Captain are already in the water. Honestly, it's cozy here because outside it's currently very cold. I don't know what they are going to do, but hey, I just hope they don't fall into the water and they don't get eaten by a guard pike.
Well, here we are. I hope it sounds good. Here I have Captain. I have literally tied him to my leg. This is something strange, but well, my feet are freezing, that's a fact. The night is young. I need to try the anchor thing, so it will be our next mission. The idea is to tie this rope to this shovel paddle and make it a shovel paddle anchor. Although the handle of this shovel is made of wood, so let's see if it even sinks. I'm pretty bad at tying knots, so I hope I can tie a good enough knot for not to lose the anchor and thus the paddle. The current is moving me little by little from the shore from which I started. I hope I don't hit anything. Let's try. Okay, it sinks. That's very good. Let's see if we hit bottom. Okay, I think we've hit bottom. We also have to see if that shovel really keeps me here or if the current keeps moving me all over the lake. Well, we have the anchor down. Everything around me is completely dark. My only reference point is that light that we have put next to the car. And we have a long night ahead of us, Cappy. Let's see how this invention of the shovel is working. Can you see it? The rope is taut. That rope goes to the improvised anchor, so we could say that the invention is working. That's more we expected. What do you think of all this, Captain? Well, he looks relaxed. I just want to say that we are officially in the middle of the lake with some stability, lying down, certain comfort too, certain temperature, pretty bearable. So we are good. This is moving and I don't know where it's taking me. It is totally dark. I'm going to give you a panoramic of my point of view, my safety mattress, and beyond, nothing at all. My feet are getting very cold and I'm afraid to take the blanket because it is very big and I feel that the corners are going to fall into the water and it will start to claim absorbed by the blanket and the remedy is gonna be worse than the disease. We have a long night ahead of us and I still don't know how to handle some aspects of this situation. This is very small. I'm going to lie down with my friend Captain for a little while.
Alright.
My feet are very cold and it has to be barely 10 p.m. So worse things will come in terms of temperature. Things have to get worse. But hey, let's get comfy. A banana in high seas revives anyone. It is a bit brushed, but well, worse is nothing. It is not easy to move over here, right, Cappy? This is complicated, huh? Well, guys, I think the time has come to get comfortable, wrap up with the blanket, and let's see if we sleep for a while because the night is still very young. We will survive, Cappy. It is kind of miserable having to sleep not being able to stretch the slightest bit. And I really don't want the blanket falling into the water. Are you comfortable, Cappy? You rascal are occupying half a watermelon, huh? Good night. It is me or this lake is coming to life as the night goes on? It is almost 1 o'clock. We've been at sea for almost 4 hours. There is not much to do here. Captain and I have found the pose, right, Cappy? We are not bad. The rain is not falling, which is something really great. It could be raining during the night. This is Costa Rica. Here it rains a lot. We are entering the rainy season. So, within the complex situation in which Captain and I are in, we are not that bad. But one thing is true. We are not sleeping much, right, Cappy? But well, here we are, pretty comfortable. Kind of.
Capi, no me odies por esto, ¿vale?
It just passed over us. A bird. Or it sounded and looked like it. It's not being easy to sleep. I want to stretch my legs so bad, or change my position, but stretching is impossible. And change my position, with Captain right in here, I think I'm going to have to stay in this position all night. How hard? This is hard, huh? It is getting colder and colder. How are you doing, Cappy? It is almost 4 in the morning. We've almost met the challenge. Just 1 more hour and we will have made it. My body is stiff from being in the same position all night. But the truth is that Captain and I are spooning so well. We have fitted in very well with each other. You even can't imagine how much I want to stretch my legs. But I just can't do it. This watermelon don't allows me to stretch my legs. Captain, we did it! We did it! Yes, yes! Despite looking forward to sunrise so we could end our suffering, the fatigue was such that a part of me did not want to get up from that watermelon. Guys, officially we have made it. Right, Captain? Challenge complete. We spend the night in the middle of a lake. The birds begin to circle around us. Life finds a way early in the morning. And well, it hasn't been so bad. That's it, Cappy? The blanket is soaked, only from the dew that has fallen all night. 5 in the morning. Can I go to the bathroom here or what? Nope, I can't get so close to the edge because I'm afraid we will do like boom! We've survived all night and I'm not going to be shipwrecked first thing in the morning. Good morning! It seems that the 10 team begins to wake up. Challenge complete! Really, Captain? Couldn't you wait the same as me for us to reach the mainland? I won't blame you. When nature calls, nature calls. Let's see how we solve this little inconvenience. And dump it overboard! We did it. Captain and I spent the night in the middle of a lake, a very cold lake, but free of crocodiles. And we did it using only things we had at home. An old unpatched inflatable mattress, a small and old shovel that served us as a paddle and at the same time as an anchor. We were close to failing, many things could have gone wrong, but in the end, everything went perfectly and we managed to overcome the challenge. Thank you very much for joining us on this adventure. Leave us your suggestions for other videos below in the comments, hit the like button and subscribe to the channel if you like what we do, and see you very soon.